Let's be real for a second. Nobody actually teaches you how to masturbate. I mean, really teaches you. Not the awkward school talk, not the random stuff you picked up online, and definitely not the unrealistic expectations from adult content. So most people, they're just guessing. And here's the truth. When you don't understand your own body, it affects everything. Your confidence, your relationships, even how you experience intimacy with someone else. So today, we're talking about masturbation tips nobody tells you, but absolutely should. First, let's talk about the problem. Most people treat masturbation like a quick task. Something rushed, something hidden, something you just get over with. And that mindset, it's the biggest mistake. Because when you rush it, you disconnect from your body. You turn something that should be about self-awareness into something mechanical. And over time, that creates habits. Habits that can make real intimacy feel... Most people don't talk about this, but the way you experience pleasure alone directly shapes how you experience it with someone else. So if you're zoning out, distracted, or relying on overstimulation, your brain starts expecting that every time. Now let's go deeper. Masturbation isn't just physical, it's psychological and emotional too. Your brain is the most powerful sexual organ you have, and yet people ignore it. If your mind is stressed, distracted, or disconnected, your body follows. That's why sometimes you might feel like, why didn't that feel as good as it should? It's not your body failing you, it's your attention. Let's be honest, how often are you actually present in the moment? Not scrolling, not thinking about something else, not comparing yourself to unrealistic standards, but fully there. Because when you bring awareness into it, everything changes. Here's something else nobody tells you. Your relationship with your body matters. If you feel shame, guilt, or discomfort around your own sexuality, that tension shows up during masturbation too. And a lot of people, especially in more conservative environments, grow up thinking this is something wrong or dirty. So even when they do it, there's this underlying feeling of guilt. That disconnect blocks pleasure because your body can't fully relax if your mind is judging you. So one of the most important things you can do, start shifting your mindset. This is not something shameful. This is self-awareness. This is learning your own boundaries, your preferences, your comfort. And that's powerful. It's talk about real life scenarios. Imagine this. You've had a long day. You're tired, maybe a little stressed. You decide to masturbate just to release tension. But instead of being present, you rush through it. You're distracted, maybe even watching something that doesn't actually align with what you genuinely enjoy. And afterwards, you feel nothing. Or even slightly off. That's not because something is wrong with you. It's because there was no connection. Now compare that to this. You take your time, no pressure, no goal, just curiosity. You actually pay attention to what feels good. You slow down, you breathe, you notice your body. That experience, completely different. Same person, same body, different mindset. Now let's get into practical advice, the stuff you can actually start doing today. First, slow down. Seriously, this is not a race. There's no finish line you need to reach as fast as possible. The more you slow down, the more your body opens up to sensation. Think of it like this. You're not chasing an outcome. You're exploring a process. Second, remove distractions. Let's be honest, most people are multitasking. Phone in hand, mind somewhere else. Maybe even switching between tabs. That kills connection. Try this instead. Create a space where you can actually focus. No scrolling, no noise, just you. It might feel unfamiliar at first, but that's the point. Third, be mindful of what you consume online. This is a big one. A lot of people rely heavily on adult content, and over time, it can shape unrealistic expectations about bodies, reactions, and even what pleasure should look like. Here's the truth. What you see online is often performance, not reality. If you find yourself needing more extreme or specific content just to feel something, that's your brain adapting. And it's okay to take a step back. Reconnect with your own imagination, your own sensations, because real connection starts internally, not from a screen. Fourth, explore without judgment. Most people stick to one pattern, same routine, same approach, because it's familiar, but your body is capable of so much more variety than you think. Try different pacing, different levels of pressure, even different environments, not with pressure, but with curiosity. There's no right way, only what feels right for you. Fifth, check in with your emotions. This might sound surprising, but your emotional state plays a huge role. Are you stressed, anxious, feeling disconnected? Sometimes masturbation is used as an escape, and while that's not inherently bad, it shouldn't be the only way you cope. Because if you're constantly using it to avoid emotions, you're not actually addressing what's underneath. So take a moment. Ask yourself, what do I actually need right now? Sometimes the answer might not be physical at all. Sixth, respect your boundaries. Yes, even with yourself. If something doesn't feel right, if you're pushing yourself just out of habit or expectation, pause. Consent isn't just about other people. It's about your relationship with yourself too. You're allowed to say no. You're allowed to stop. You're allowed to change your mind. That's self-respect. And finally, stop comparing. Your experience is yours, not what you've heard, not what you've seen, not what you think it should be. There is no standard timeline, no universal technique, no perfect way. The moment you stop comparing, you start connecting. So let's bring this home. Masturbation isn't just about pleasure. It's about understanding yourself. It's about building a relationship with your own body that is based on respect, curiosity, and awareness, not pressure, shame, or performance. Because when you truly understand what feels good to you, you communicate better. You set better boundaries, you experience intimacy, real intimacy, on a completely different level. Here's the truth. Most people go their whole lives without ever really learning their own bodies. Don't be one of them. Take your time, stay curious, be present, because the better you know yourself, the better everything else becomes. If this made you think a little differently, good. That's the point. And if you want more honest, real conversations like this about relationships, confidence, and everything nobody talks about, make sure you stick around because we're just getting started.